Now, why should I punish you? I keep on telling you it's your group. And if you think you ought to be punished, it's up to you to decide on the penalties.
2 days loss of privileges, all wrong.
I always was squeamish. Actually, that's why my marriage broke up. Little habits you have. I suppose everybody has them. You know, sucking his teeth, scratching his head. They used to disgust me. Jane, look, I'm sorry, Jane. You don't really eat any differently to anyone else. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. I always was a noisy nosher. I've never been, well, you know, graceful. And you don't, Pong Sunshine.
I do. I have a problem, Jane. Especially when I've been dashing about. I can't get my usual stuff in here.
Yeah, that's another thing. We got no bread to buy anything, have we? We're missing out on the working parties doing this, you know.
We're unemployed.
What about the dole?
Yeah, but... Oh, well, that's it then, isn't it?
Oh,
Come on now, other people have got to use this room as well, you know. Well, we might start with that tomorrow morning, talking about work, dole, so on. Are these the same girls that sat here 3 weeks ago like dummies? Extraordinary.
Oh, that was before we'd been subjected to your fantastic charm.
Get you?
Oh, that's very good for a quack. But do my hair, will you?
And how are the doctor's little groupies today?
Muddling through, darling. Muddling through.
What? Yeah. Oh, Poppy. Mind if I sit down?
Hello, Magda.
Right. It's not as easy as you thought, is it?
I'm all right. We just had a bit of a row.
Of course you did. You're trying to do the impossible. It takes a lifetime to make an addict. The one that led up to that first shot of H. You can't remake a lifetime in a few days of chat.
I'm learning, starting to face myself. That's what it's all about.
You're learning, all right. Look at you.
I can deal with it.
And when you've learned to face yourself, what then? What will you be facing? You didn't like what you saw the first time. That's why you ran to my heroin.
I'll talk it out. We'll talk it out together.
Talk's no substitute for these, love. Want one?
Could you get those?
Half my daily tramps. I saved them for you. They're what you need for the shakes.
Jane.
No. Thank you, Magda. I can't do that.
It's Magda Selby, madam. A request to see the governor.
She hasn't made an application.
It is rather a special request, madam.
Oh, very well, Mrs. Armitage.
I'd like to join the therapy group.
No.
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 Well, as I've said all along, it's entirely your decision. All I'm asking you is to be sure that you're making the decision for the right reasons.
And what does that mean?
Well, you might be wanting to punish Magda for sneering at you.
That's true.
Well, it would be natural, but it would be wrong.
Yeah, but look, she's done nothing but laugh at us since we started, so why should we let her in now?
Well, perhaps because she needs help like the rest of us. Well, let her come and ask for it herself, then.
No, but that would humiliate her. It wouldn't be a very good beginning, would it? I mean, it's already a big enough blow to her pride that her fate's in your hands anyway.
She's last, that's
Listen,
one.
Doctor, I know that lady. She's never needed help in her life from anyone.
Emma.
I know we seem hard, Dr. Mays, but... Well, I got a feeling that Magda doesn't want to be cured. She just wants to join us so as to smash us all up.
Emma's right.
It can't be right that an inmate can be excluded by other inmates from a service provided by the prison.
Oh, but that's the point. It works precisely because it isn't provided by the prison. All we provide are the facilities. The actual therapy is done by the girls themselves.
Well, I know that's the philosophy.
Look, Governor, it's a very delicate structure. Once the heavy institutional hand came down with orders and directives, you could kiss goodbye to the whole thing.
Well, we can't desert Magda Selby. That would be monstrous.
There may be a way.
How?
Emma Tapsell. She's emerged as something of a leader in the group.
Yes, I know, you tell me.
Well, she's basically a sound-thinking girl. And she's very fond of you.
I don't know whether you appreciate what a unique situation this is. A governor in her own prison asking an inmate to do her a favour.
I wish you wasn't, Mrs. Boswell. You've been ever so good to me, ever since I first come here. But that Magda...
All I'm asking is that the group give her a chance.
But you don't know her, Mrs. Boswell. She'd be a real bad influence. She'd smash us up. That's all she wants.
Are you sure that's all she wants?
Anyway, it's not just my say-so.
Dr. Mays tells me that the group listens to you. You're a leader. People with that quality have got responsibilities.
But if I persuade them and it all goes wrong...
Then you have to take the strain. That's what responsibility means.
I'm not saying that she's all bad. And I'm not saying that she's willful bad. It's just that, well, she has a way of thinking that she believes in. A bad way. And she's so sure of herself. That's what makes her so dangerous.
Do you remember what you said in your note, Emma? About being alone and being frightened all the time? Isn't it possible that that's what she feels too?
It wasn't fair, Mrs. Boswell.
No, I know it wasn't. That's how badly I want you to help me.
Morning, ladies. No sign of Magda?
No. Oh, maybe she's chickened out.
We'll give her a minute or two, will we?
She don't turn up.
Oh, there you are, Magda. Find your way all right.
I'm sorry I'm late. It was such a lovely day, I thought I'd walk. Much traffic about, is it?
Right then, Magda, as you're sort of new girl, are there any questions you'd like to ask us before we start?
Yeah. How long does the treatment take?
Well, 3 months, 6 months. Sometimes longer. It depends.
Betty here gets out in 6 weeks. So does Kate. What happens if we go out before the treatment's finished?
Well, there are groups outside. You can always join one of those.
But we'll have a living to earn. I mean, we can't spend every day at therapy.
Oh, yes, they appreciate that. A lot of them are held in the evenings.
Evenings? That means we'll be tied up every evening.
Does that mean we might not be cured when we get out of here?
Well, look at it this way. You'll be well on the way to a cure, and you'll find plenty of support outside to help you to finish
Are you
it.
sure about
Well,
that?
yes, if you feel a little help, you can always telephone us here.
Oh, Christ, that's all I need.
I must say, it doesn't leave much room for a social life, does it?
Yeah, what about a boyfriend? When are we supposed to see him?
It's going to be as bad as being in the
You're
neighbourhood.
right.
God, what sort of social life did you have before you come down here? Down the dilly every night, looking for a fix. That was your social life. And Jane, who was your boyfriend? Anyone you could score off?
I suppose that's fair.
Now, don't you see, we're only beginning to think about normal things like boyfriends and social life because the therapy's made us so much better.
It's funny that, you know. You're absolutely right. This morning, I thought about going ice skating. Now I haven't thought about that for years.
Oh, bravo, Emma. You've really got them under your thumb, haven't you? One word from you and they jump through your hoop like performing poodles.
Rubbish. We usually listen to Emma because she generally talks sense.
Of course she does. Governor's sense. She's been taught how.
Oh, and what does that mean?
She always was a Boswell Blue-Eye. With her for half an hour yesterday. Oh, yes. Didn't you know? No. Tea and biscuits, they tell me. Very cosy. What was it, Emma? A refresher course in the party line? How to go on conning us all? You're just a governor's narc, sweetheart, and the rest of you fell for it.
You ungrateful bitch! The governor had Emma in for your sake! She asked her to persuade us to let you in. If it weren't for Emma, you damn well wouldn't be here.
I was beginning to think we were wrong about you, but we weren't. You came here to screw us, didn't you?
I'm not interested in screwing you. You're pathetic.
Thank you. It's not us, is it? It's Dr. Mays here, or the governor, or the...
Or your father, or your husband. 2 brutal men that you associate with authority.
Spare me the night school psychiatry. I don't blame anyone else for what I am.
No, I don't think you can. I once read somewhere that nothing happens twice by accident.
Meaning what?
Meaning that 1 sadist in a girl's life might be a bad luck, Magda. 2 looks a bit suspicious, huh?
Oh, I see. So on the one hand, I enjoy being beaten to a jelly, do I?
Yeah.
And on the other, what do? I get my revenge by destroying authority.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because you're a mess. A poisonous, mixed-up mess. You like men. You hate men. You want to destroy them. You want them to destroy you.
You probably hate yourself even more than you hate everything else.